No, that's great. So let's spend a little time on that whole head injury piece here for a second. Uh, we work with a lot of professional football players, so high prevalence of head injuries there. And one of our teams, so again, I mentioned we work with teams as well as individual athletes. Well, one of our teams, we I was meeting with their training staff this past summer before the season, before training camp, and we were talking about the next season and some of the new things we wanted to do. And their directive to us, we've been there with the team for a couple years, was, hey, we want to have extreme usage. We want more guys than ever using the equipment. We want to get the most out of this. We want to just, whatever you think we should be doing, let's do. Said, okay, well, you've been doing a lot of great stuff, but let's take what we do in our brain performance centers. So the best of the best equipment, the best imaging techniques and equipment, and let's put it right in your locker room. Let's put it right in the training room. And so what that allowed us to do is to do these full brain maps on these NFL guys. And there's always a series of questions we ask the individuals before we hook them up, just to get some understanding of what we're looking at. And one of the guys, I said, okay, so how many head injuries have you had? And he just looked at me and he goes, well, how many that the team knows about, or how many that I've really had? I'm like, oh, this is going to be a bad answer then. And he's like, I probably had hundreds in my life. I'm a lineman. And so sure enough, we looked at his brain and it was just a mess. I mean, this guy was functioning well. He's a pro football player. But there's a lot of issues going on in his brain. And it actually was very striking to me because uh, we were in the midst of a clinical trial on memory loss. So I was used to looking at all these scans of brains of people in their 60s and 70s with advanced memory loss. And this guy's brain had a lot of similarities to that. Thinking, oh man, this is not good. So we were able, though, to develop a very specific training protocol for him using the neurofeedback. And we had him do a couple months of the training, and we were able to remap his brain. And it was a brand new brain. I mean, all of the issues that we saw, kind of the log jam of activity in his brain we had seen this summer, was completely gone. And he was sleeping better and feeling more focused and was having the best season of his career. So it was really cool to show him, what had changed in his brain. And he's like, yeah, Nick, that's great. I'm a better football player. It's helping me on the field, but this is going to help me for my quality of life for the next 50 years. And it just hits home like, yeah, we're doing this peak performance work, but they're still a regular human being too. And if we can strengthen that brain, it's going to have huge positive consequences for the rest of their life.